At first glance, this looks like just another everyday laptop. Nothing flashy, nothing over the top, nothing trying too hard. But the more you spend time with it, the more it starts to feel like it was built with a very specific type of user in mind. Someone who just wants a machine that works consistently without drama. This is a 15.6-inch touchscreen laptop powered by Intel's 13th Gen Core i5 processor, paired with 12 GB of RAM and a dual storage setup that combines a fast 256 GB SSD with an additional 500 GB external storage option. On paper, that sounds balanced. In real-world use, it feels even more practical than expected. Starting with performance, this newer generation Intel i5 is not trying to be a flagship chip, but it benefits a lot from efficiency improvements and better multitasking behavior. Everyday tasks feel instant. Opening apps, switching between browser tabs, running productivity tools, attending video calls, it all happens without noticeable lag or hesitation. Even when you push it a bit harder with multiple applications running at the same time, it holds up surprisingly well. It doesn't try to pretend it's a gaming laptop or a heavy creative workstation, but for office work, school tasks, coding, writing, or general multitasking, it sits in a very comfortable zone. The 12 GB RAM configuration is actually one of the underrated strengths here. It sits right between entry-level and heavy-duty setups, giving you enough headroom so that the system doesn't feel constrained when you start pushing multitasking beyond the basics. Now the display is where things get more interesting. A 15.6-inch touchscreen panel gives you a lot of flexibility in how you interact with the system. Most of the time you'll probably rely on the keyboard and trackpad, but having touch support adds a layer of convenience that you don't fully appreciate until you use it regularly. Scrolling through documents, zooming into presentations, quickly navigating web pages, or interacting with content in a more direct way, it all feels more natural. The screen size itself also makes it a strong productivity companion, especially for split-screen multitasking. Design-wise, it follows a clean and minimal approach. There's no aggressive styling or unnecessary visual noise. It's the kind of laptop that blends into a professional environment just as easily as it fits into a student setup. The build is solid enough for daily travel, and while it doesn't aim for ultra-premium materials, it maintains a practical durability that matters more in everyday use. Typing experience is comfortable, with enough key travel to support long writing or work sessions without fatigue. The trackpad is responsive and accurate, handling gestures and navigation smoothly without feeling inconsistent. These small details matter more than people realize when you're using a laptop for several hours a day. Storage is handled in a slightly hybrid way here. The 256 GB SSD takes care of the operating system and core applications, keeping everything fast and responsive. The additional 500 GB external storage gives you flexibility for larger files, media, backups, or anything that doesn't need to sit on the main drive. It's not the most traditional setup, but it works well for users who want speed plus extra capacity without compromise. Thermals stay under control during normal usage. It's not a silent machine under load, but it also doesn't become distracting or uncomfortable. The cooling system does its job in a balanced way, keeping performance stable without pushing the system into overheating territory. Battery life is steady for a machine in this category. With moderate use, like browsing, documents, streaming, and meetings, you can get through a decent work session without constantly reaching for the charger. Heavy workloads will reduce that, but that's expected in this segment. Overall, this is not a laptop trying to impress you with extreme performance numbers or premium design language. Instead, it focuses on consistency, usability, and balance. It's built for users who need a dependable daily driver rather than a specialized machine. If your priority is a laptop that handles work, study, browsing, meetings, and everyday tasks smoothly without unnecessary complexity, this fits right into that category. The product link is available in the description for anyone interested in checking current pricing or availability.